Am I visible and audible?
Yes, you are visible now.
Yeah. So a very good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am Gaurav Tripathi, and I am playing role of Sergeant at Arms for today's session. I welcome all of you to 104th Toastmaster session of Radisys SoundBytes Club. In our SoundBytes Club meeting, we follow few ground rules. So let me explain you those. Rule number 1 is, please be mindful when you are talking about sex, religion, and politics. Rule number 2, please put yourself on mute when you are not actively speaking. And when you are actively speaking, please switch, move your mobile device to the silent mode. Just now I did it. So you have 5 seconds to do that. And the third ground rule is to please turn on your video to encourage the speakers and make this session lively. Thank you, Rajan. As we all have some mission or some goal in our life, our Toastmaster Club also has a mission. Mission of our Toastmaster Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which all the members get the opportunity to develop their communication and leadership skills. So this is the mission of our club, and that is why we all meet every second and fourth Wednesday of a month. Every year in Toastmasters, we renew our memberships twice. Once it happened in the month of March, and second term it starts from October. So we do it in month of September. So for this term, for next 6 months, we have completed our membership dues. And as part of that, we have renewed our 16 existing members for next 6 term, and we have added 9 new members for that. And in our today's session, a lot of new members have joined, and we are planning to have an induction ceremony for them. So with this, I would like to announce our today's session as open, and I would like to hand over the baton to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rajan.
Thank you so much, Gaurav. I will be Toastmasters for the day, and I would like to raise the toast and tell you more about today's agenda. First of all, we have prepared speeches for today. We have one prepared speech by Gaurav. And after that, we will move on to our table topics. Then after that, we will have evaluations of our prepared speeches. And then we will have a conclusion, and we will present our results and feedback for voting. And then we will close our stage for the day. With that, let me start. Let me start with today's theme. So today's theme is slaying with slangs. Slangs are the fascinating aspect of language that adds a touch of excitement and uniqueness to our daily conversations. It creates a bond between individuals who share the same cultural and linguistic background, granting them access to a code of expression that may not be found in traditional language settings. So these are highly expressive and dynamic, conveying meaning that might be difficult to express using the conventional vocabulary. When used appropriately, they can enhance one's communication abilities and portray an image of sophistication and wit. So if you want to add a dash of excitement to your linguistic progress, why not dabble in the world of slang? But to keep in mind that its use should be appropriate and context specific, lest you would be seen as uncool or unsophisticated. So now, let me introduce you to today's table topic master and timer for the day. So here's meet my man. He's a real baller who is into table tennis and reading books. He's got mad skills in table and can read like nobody's business. And that's not all. He's also a travel junkie and photography enthusiast. Also on lookout for his next adventure and capturing moments that make the life worth living. And he's all about hustle. You know what I'm saying, right? Like The Rock says, be the hardest worker in the room. And that's his motto. And he lives it every day. So you better believe that he's always grinding and putting in the work. No matter what, that's how he rolls. So now let me introduce you, Sharad, uh, Toastmasters and timer for the day.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rajan, for that wonderful introduction. So I'll quickly explain my role as the timer for today. So as my role as a timer is to monitor time during the prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluations. At the end of the meeting, I'll report times of each participant. This will let you know if you delivered your presentation in the allotted time or not. Okay, and let me quickly show you some of the signs and the time limits. So for prepared speeches, you have 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I'll be turning my background, virtual background into green. Let me just change the green. I hope you can see that. So I'll be turning it into green at 5 minutes. At 6 minutes, I'll be turning it into yellow. And at 7 minutes, I'll be turning it into red, and it will remain red till the speaker finishes the speech. So this is for the prepared speech, 5 to 7 minutes, with a plus or minus of 30 seconds is allowed. Okay. Now, moving to evaluations. So we have 2 to 3 minutes for evaluation. So in a similar fashion, I'll be changing my background to green at 2 minutes. At 2.5 minutes, I'll be showing yellow light, and at 3 minutes, I'll be showing the red light. And when it comes to the table topics, 1 to 2 minutes is the time allotted, minimum being 1 minute, maximum being 2 minutes, with a leniency of 30 seconds. At 1 minute, I'll be turning my background to green, at 1.5 minutes to yellow. And at 2 minutes, it will remain red, and it will remain till the speaker finishes. So please do pin my video when you are speaking so that you are aware if you are within the time limit or not. So that's about my role as the timer. So to the table topics, I'll come later when it is the time for that segment. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Rajan, to take this forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sharad. Now let me introduce to someone who is a true foodie enthusiast and adventure seeker. She knows all about best spots for the delicious grub and always are eager to find out new culinary experience. With a passion for exploring new places and trying out new food, she is the perfect partner to accompany on your next food adventure. So let me introduce to Chitra Vaidyanathan. She is the general evaluator for today. Over to you, Chitra.
Thanks, Rajan. So today we don't have a general evaluator. I would be the speech evaluator for Gaurav's speech.
Okay.
Sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Rajan. So Toastmaster Gaurav would be attempting his level 2 project 3 in dynamic leadership path. So which means his speech objective today would be introduction to Toastmasters mentoring. So what does it mean, or what is the purpose of this speech? It is that the member, that is Gaurav here, has to clearly define how Toastmaster envisions mentoring. And Gaurav has to clearly define share some aspects of a previous experience as a protege or a mentee, right? So I would be evaluating his speech on these aspects besides the general evaluation like the delivery, body language, etc. So I would be back when called upon with my report. Back to you, Toastmaster Rajan.
Thank you so much, Chitra. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Now let's welcome someone someone who is also like to explore new places and who also like to have new dishes in his plate. I would like to introduce you today. Today's is prepared speech, Gaurav.
So I believe, Rajan, before we go to prepared speech, we have a quick induction program that is to welcome the new joiners who have joined us as part of the club. So once the induction is done, then we will move on to the prepared speeches. Okay. So let's just quickly carry on to the induction ceremony. So I believe Vikash is here. So,
Yeah.
Vikash, over to you to take it up with the induction ceremony. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Yeah, good afternoon all. So as all of you know, it's our first session after the membership renewal for April to September term. And we have some new members who have joined our club. So fellow Toastmaster, it's now our duty and privilege to induct new members into the Radisys SoundBytes Toastmaster Club. This is an important occasion for both these new members and for our club. So these individuals have come to Toastmaster seeking to improve their communication and leadership skills. And we now have an opportunity to help them learn, grow, and achieve their goal. So I request to please bring all the new members to screen.
Okay. I will do that. I request all the new members to switch on their video. Yeah, please switch on your video. Okay, Vikas, you can start.
Yeah, all done?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. So, yeah, so all the new members, you are joining a worldwide organization that has helped millions of people to learn communicate more effectively. As a member of the Radisys SoundBytes Toastmaster Club, you will benefit from a proven program of self-development. You will become a part of an outstanding group who are dedicated to help one another in a spirit of sharing and enjoyment. Now, I would like to call upon our Vice President Education Toastmaster Sarath to explain how Toastmaster program works. So now over to you, Toastmaster Sarath.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vikash. So as a Toastmaster VP Education, my role is to help new members and members understand how the Toastmaster program works and guide them through their journey on becoming confident communicators and effective leaders. Toastmasters is a worldwide organization that provides a supportive and a positive learning experience in which members can develop their communication and their leadership skills. The Toastmasters programs is structured around a series of speaking and leadership projects that members complete at their own pace. These projects are designed to help the members develop the specific skills and overcome any fears or challenges they may have during public speaking. The program is divided into two tracks. We have a communication track and we have a leadership track. In communication track, members complete projects that focus on improving their public speaking skills, such as delivering speeches, impromptu speaking, and speech evaluations. In leadership track, members take up roles within the club to develop their leadership skills, such as organizing the events, mentoring any new members, and managing various club operations. At each meetings, members have the opportunity to practice their leadership and speaking skills in a very supportive environment. They receive feedback from other members on their strengths and areas of improvement, which helps them to continuously improve and grow. As Toastmasters VP Education, I am responsible for ensuring that members have access to the materials and resources that they need to complete their projects and achieve their goal. I work closely with members to understand their interests and needs and provide guidance and support as we progress through the program. Ultimately, my goal is to help each member to reach their full potential and become a confident and effective communicator and a leader. It is important as a member to participate in at least 3 sessions in a quarter. You could take up any role or deliver your speech. The member is expected to complete at least one speech level each year. We will be assigning mentors shortly to all of you to all the newly inducted members. We are also planning to trigger a small survey to all the new members to understand your goals and needs within the club. Thank you. And before handing it over to Vikas again, I just want to quickly mention that all of you would have received the login credentials to the official Toastmasters website. Please make sure you log into the website, and as a first step, you will need to select which pathway you would like to take upon. So all the details are mentioned there. As a first step, I would recommend all the new members to please log into the official Toastmasters website and go through the materials available there. Okay, and anytime you can reach out to me post the session as well. I can help you in terms of pathways. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Toastmasters Club, and over to you, Presiding Officer Toastmaster Vikas, to take this forward. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for explaining the how Toastmaster program works. So, dear new members, membership in this club and in Toastmaster International is a privilege that carries with it many rewards. Yet it also places certain obligation upon you. We are a group of people brought together to do things we could not accomplish alone. Our collective obligation is to grow and improve ourselves and to share our knowledge and experience with fellow members in a spirit of enjoyment. This means you must work diligently towards your own self-development, evaluate others' speech in a spirit of support and sharing, assist the club in reaching its goal, and remain positive. We ask you, our new members, to dedicate yourself to personal growth, to share this great gift with your fellow Toastmasters. So now it's time to take a pledge. So please affirm your membership by repeating me the following words. So you also have your pledge in the chat box. So please affirm it. I will repeat and affirm it with me. Repeat with me. So all have you seen? Okay. So now you can take your name. I, in the presence
of
yes, in the presence of my fellow members of the Radisys SoundBytes Toastmaster Club, makes this firm obligation to attend meetings regularly and prepare yourself for each assignment, to apply myself to the project outlined in the Toastmaster education program, to participate actively in club activities, to evaluate others in a positive, constructive manner, to build open, friendly relationship with my fellow members, and to bring others new member into the club so that they can also gain the benefit of Toastmaster. Thank you, everyone. Now, would all club members please repeat our club pledge to new members? So are you ready, guys? So we have our club pledge. So please repeat after me. We, the member of Radisys SoundBytes Toastmaster Club,
He, the member of Radisys SoundBytes Toastmaster Club,
pledge to support you
pledge to support you
in your quest for self-development,
in your quest for self-development,
to provide you with positive, helpful evaluations,
to provide you with positive, helpful evaluations,
to maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere,
to maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere,
to give you opportunity to help others,
to give you opportunities to help others,
and to make your Toastmaster membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
and to make your Toastmasters membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Now, please give a big round of applause to our new members. Now, just to begin the session again, I would like to go back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rajan. So back to you, Toastmaster Rajan. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this wonderful induction, Vikash. Okay, now it's again time for the prepared speech. Now let me reintroduce him. So when it comes to entertainment, he's all about IPL. He finds it more captivating than movies with all the actions happening around in the league these days. But that's not all. He's also working on building the routine for meditation and working out. He's about self-improvement and taking care of his mind and body. Overall, Gaurav is a cool cat who loves to explore, have fun, and work on himself. So now let's uh, start at about now let's continue for his paid speech. Gaurav, uh, the exam, Gaurav.
Everyone, am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Okay. However difficult life may seem, you can always do something and succeed at it. This line was given by the famous theoretical physicist Stephen Hawking, who was famous for his contribution to physics, cosmology, black holes, and this statement was a perfect reflection of his life. Life throws a lot of obstacles and challenges to us, but what we do when we face them, that matters. Sometimes we overcome those challenges with our skills and experience, but many times we need support and help. And that is when we need coaches and mentors. The Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. Today, I'm going to talk about how Toastmasters envision mentoring and in my past experience, and one of my past experience where I felt the need of a support and how did I get it. Now, please raise your hand if you have written exams in your school days. I think all of us has done that. Now, if I ask you, what was the very first and most important exam for you guys? So what will be the answer? You can open your mic and answer it.
10th board.
Board exams.
Okay.
Interview for the nursery
Many
class
folks are
admission.
giving this. Yeah. So when I asked this question to myself, I got the same answer. My 10th board exam. So these 10th board exams, they are having a very special place in the heart of Indian families. This is not the time when child or the kids are feeling nervous. This is a time when parents are also feeling nervous. Why? Because this is the first time when their kid is going to a different center to write the exam. The invigilators will be different than the regular familiar teachers. And a special mention to the flying squad, who can enter to any classroom at any time and do special checking. So every kid do a lot of practice and try to clear it without any issue. I was also in the same state when I was in my 10th board exam. And in our side, it was a guidance from our seniors that you should practice the hard subject throughout the year, like science, mathematics, and other subjects. And the literature and similar subjects we used to keep towards the end of our year. From being a Hindi medium student, I kept Hindi such a subject, which I planned like I will study when exams will be near. But there was something unusual happened just 1 week before my exams. As you know, these exams happen in the month of March and Feb, and I belong to a hill station in Uttarakhand, so it was very cold weather at that time. And I got cold and I flew. Initially, I did not took it seriously, but within few hours, I got the watering eyes and I was not able to read comfortably. Since there was no good hospital nearby and we had to travel 30 kilometers far to reach to go to hospital, we started some home remedies that everyone does in home. So sometime I was feeling better, but after some time, the situation was becoming bad. After 2 days, the situation became worse and I was not able to see if someone stands in front of me. Everything seemed blurred to me. I was very terrified, sad, full of fear. I was not having any idea what to do next. Only 3 days, 3 to 4 days were left for my exams, and family members started discussing, shall shall he drop this year or shall he skip the board exams? I was not feeling good. Any kid don't no kid wants to drop the year, right? Because of his friends are moving to the next class, all those things will come to your mind. So same thing happened with me. I discussed same thing with my mother, and she came to me. She understood my feeling, and she helped me in understanding the importance of health, patience. But he also convinced me to be ready for any kind of outcome. But with my interest, she came up with a new strategy, and for next few days, she used to read my textbook and I used to listen to her. So we followed that, and luckily on Friday, we got an appointment at the nearest hospital. We went to the doctor, he gave us some medicine and he said, use it every 4 hours. I applied it every 4 hours, and that medicine was having the magical effects. On the Saturday afternoon, my eye flu went away and I started feeling better. And on the Sunday afternoon, things were very nice. I was able to see people, I was able to read. It was still difficult to go in sunlight. I was going by wearing the eyeglasses, but in the artificial light, everything was okay. But doctor asked me not to put much stress. So I continued with my mother. We followed the same strategy. She read all the lessons, whatever I had, and I just listened to her. And with her help and motivation, in the same year, I completed all of my board exams and finished my 10th standard. So when I recall about this moment, I feel all the emotions of fear, uncertainty, and those kind of emotions still I can feel. But I also recollect the support, the optimism, the innovation which my mother posed on me. When I learned about the Toastmaster mentoring project, I was able to correlate that incident with the when I read about the how mentors help their protege, I was able to correlate that experience with this learning. It was not a direct coaching or a short-term thing, but that incident and that effort had a very long-lasting effect on me, and that prepared me not only for the exam but for many more difficulties in life. So this is what mentoring does in our life. It's not a short-term goal-based thing. It is not a guided thing which a coach gives to the protege, but it is based on a long-term goal where mentor understand the protege and help him to move further, and all the future actions are decided by the protege. So this is how I learned about the mentoring, and this was my past experience of mentoring, of experiencing the mentorship. To conclude that, I would like to just explain the meaning of exam in our life. Exam is something which is a strategy to devise or examine the progress or to test the qualification. But most of the time we focus on the second part. So my request is learn, move forward, and always take exam as a tool to examine the progress. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Gaurav. You definitely killed it with your presentation, and that what our 10th board exam couldn't do, that you, but it was really cool. Thank you so much.
Rajan, you're on mute.
Sorry. Yeah. Before moving on to the evaluation, let me tell you one. Let you continue. Let me tell you about one real story about slangs. That is our theme for the day. That its origin was in 18th century. The word slang initially referred to a secret language that is used by criminals and thieves in London to communicate with each other without being understood by the authorities. The use of slang was a way for the individual to protect their illegal activities and evade the law. And the slang terms were often created by modifying or disguising the meaning of the ordinary words or phrases, making it difficult for outsiders to understand. That happens today also. We like even we used to say, "Oh man, that's sick," and that really confused me. That's sick. Like, are you ill? Are you not well, or what? That sick means it's really good and it's really like nice. So that happens, but okay. So at that time, it was criminal activities. Over the time, the use of slangs spread beyond the criminal underworld and became the part of everyday language. The slang words and phrases began to emerge in various social groups such as teenagers, musicians, word fangs, among others. Today, slang is widely used as informal language, particularly in social media and other online platforms. Now, slang terms are often used to convey humor, sarcasm, and create a sense of belonging, especially in a particular group of community. That happens. Like in every language, there are slang terms. One of my favorite that I use in Hindi a lot is falana dhekana. Sorry, out of context, but really wanted to say. So slangs are really specific sometimes to the language itself. So many slang terms we use that we don't even know. For example, it's cool. Uh, it's gonna. It's I'm making it. And so many words smushing together we use. Those are slang terms that we don't know that we are using it, even in professional settings. So maybe taking forward, I will tell you more how can you use it in a professional settings as well. So uh, the slang demonstrates its dynamic nature of the language, and that's why it's very important. Like it's important in this changing social, cultural, and historical context. So now, what was once a secret language used by criminals are now integral part of our everyday language. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to tell you about the slangs. And now let's continue forward to Gaurav's evaluation. I will pass the baton to Chitra. Chitra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajan. So first of all, congratulations, Gaurav. With this, you complete level 2 in your path. So congratulations. Toastmaster Gaurav, the exam. What an intriguing and probably the scariest title for most of us, even though we are like old enough and passed many exams, but it's a word that all of us are scared. So you started with a quote, which is always, I personally for me, one most important box checked, and pretty much immediately went on to explain the need for mentorship, which was a great thing. And then the best thing was that you asked a rhetorical question. Obviously, everybody would have taken exams, so it enabled everybody to participate. And then you asked audience, each one of them, to participate and answer your question as well, not just raising your hand. So it drew everybody in right at the outset. So that was a great strategy to start a speech and include everybody in your speech. And then you went on to the most relatable thing, that is scare about your 10th board exams, which I'm sure everybody has felt and gone through, right? So I think all in all, a great start to the speech. And pretty much I'm sure everybody here can also agree. If you fall sick during your exams, your parents would be like, don't fall sick now, you can fall sick later, as if it's okay to feel bad later type. Anyways, and you actually had that incident right during your exams. So I'm sure everybody feels for you. But having said that, I would have enjoyed the speech more if you had reduced the portion of your how you went on to describe your sickness and for how long it was there, and probably highlighted a little bit more about the mentorship aspect itself, right? So if you had explained to us how you were ill and couldn't get, for want of a better word, fixed soon enough, and then when you were suffering and when you were going through this, having to drop a year, probably it would have been really more effective if there were a little more emotions the way you were delivering it, right? But you drew us right back in when you were describing your mother, about how you felt the emotions of fear and uncertainty, and also saw the support and optimism from her, right? And you correlated that with the Toastmasters itself. But probably if you had highlighted an incident in Toastmasters when you, even though I mean, we don't have a culture of direct mentor-mentee here, but some incident where you thought you were guided well by somebody, even if you had to end up making it up, but because it is about Toastmaster mentorship, it would have been a little bit more effective. But you nicely circled back to the exam at the end and had a nice message to deliver. So all in all, a great job, Gaurav. And again, congratulations on completing your level 2. Back to you, Toastmaster Rajan.
Thank you so much, Chitra, for your evaluation. Hope that will help Gaurav, and he will use it in his next presentation.
Thank you.
Now, moving towards our next section of the day, that is table topics. So passing the baton to somebody whose favorite quote was, be the best hard worker in the room. So Sharath, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rajan. I think I'm already being by doing multiple roles today of
Yeah.
as well as the table topics, but I have competition with Gaurav as well. But yeah.
Yes, you need help. I can time the TT speeches.
Yeah, that will be great. But I think it's okay. I can do it. I'm just noting down with me, so it should be fun. Thank you, and thank you everybody for joining the session, for making it today. I know it is not easy from the busy schedule, and special thanks and welcome to all the new joiners. One quick request from me before we begin the table topics is, if your name is not reflecting correctly in the participant list, there's an option you can rename yourself to in the right way. So I still see Nanaya and SN Raut. So you can just rename it to the right name, and that would be great. Anyways, without further ado, we can get started with today's table topics. Now, it is the cricket mania, the IPL mania is going on currently in the entire country and maybe outside as well. So keeping that in mind, I have kept today's table topics in the theme of cricket. That being said, please don't feel that you need to have a lot of knowledge on cricket to participate. Absolutely not, because this is not a quiz. This is just a table topic. But the theme will revolve something around cricket. So let me just quickly share my screen and I'll give you an example as well so that you are better prepared. Just give me 1 second and let me know once my screen is visible.
Yeah.
Yes, it is visible now.
Visible? Okay, perfect. I would like to call the table topic segment as a cricket mania. So basically in table topics, as explained as a timer role also, you have 1 to 2 minutes to speak on the topic that's gonna come in front of you. So this is gonna help in your impromptu speaking, because of course you have not come prepared. You just get to know the topic when you jump on to participate. So let me give you the first example. I hope you can see the slide change to example, right? Let's say, so I will ask the volunteer to choose any number between 1 to 10. So let's say this is the slide the person gets. So this will be the topic. Like, if you were the coach of a national cricket team, what strategies would you use to motivate your players and build a winning culture? something like that. You can just talk a few minutes on this. So it will revolve around cricket, but that being said, you don't have to know which year, which team won the cup, who were the captains, nothing. So it's okay. Just a generic awareness of cricket as a game is good enough. Okay. So with that, let's get started. And can I have the first volunteer, please? You can just unmute yourself or use the raise hand option. In reaction, anything is okay. I hope I can see the raise hand. Come on, the new joiners. I just want to give it a minute before I want to choose the name. Any volunteers? Okay, I don't hear anyone volunteering. So maybe Avinash, you want to go? You want to give it a shot?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. So can you choose a number between 1 and 10?
I'll go for 6.
6. Okay, topic 6. So this is gonna be a topic. Says, how has the rise of T20 cricket changed the way the game is played and viewed by fans? Right. So over to you, Avinash.
Yes. T20 cricket has been something of a revolution when it comes to marketing, rather than cricket as a pure gentleman's sport that we have been taught in schools as in our PE schools. So it unfortunately is the brainchild of Lalit Modi, who had some insane marketing jobs that you have to admit to. But yes, those initial insights have been refined well in the current iteration, to the point where it's a sport that not only India but like a lot of countries in the across the world follow and even bet upon. How has it changed? You could go back to the initial days and see how it has changed, from the multi-day test crickets to 4 T20 match has been a big boost towards the viewership. It has been it has brought in a injection of energy and like viewership back to the game. And yeah, as for the current youth, yes, it has got them back into the fold when it comes to cricket, as it was a waning sport at that particular point when T20 was just about introduced. It could have gone the way of the dodo, and we may have gotten introduced to more sports. Maybe we would have basketball fans, or maybe we would have who knows, kabaddi fans that would have taken up the mantle. But yes, it has not only been a change that just cricket has taken up on, but as from my example, kabaddi has gone about, gotten inspiration and refined their own sport towards a more TV-centric format to attract new viewers and bring about change. So that is that. And yeah, as for the youth today, everyone's not only watching, learning, but growing with the new T20 slangs too. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think my multitasking abilities are getting tested here, but sorry for the delay. But yes, that was a great one. Avinash, thank you for taking the lead. It was interesting to see the Lalit Modi perspective, along with also you not just spoke about the cricket, you spoke about other sports also, how that would have gained more momentum if not for cricket. That was an interesting angle. Thank you so much. Now that you would have got a very good idea on how this table topic is, so can I have the volunteer please for the next? Okay, looks like I have to pick up the names myself. I see Nalinakshi. Would you like to take a shot?
Yeah, I would like, but I'm very, very poor at like in the knowledge
Cricket?
of cricket. I can
That's
just say,
okay. You don't have to actually know anything about cricket. You can
I
just give
can
it a
just
shot.
say the colors of the t-shirts and what games that they play literally, whether it's a IPL or international matches or something of that sort, but not literally the technical aspects of it, nor the player's name other than
That's okay. You don't have to worry. Let's give
known
it a
one.
shot.
Yeah.
So can you choose any other number now that 6 is gone other than 1 to 10? From 1 to 10?
Okay. And go for 4. 4. Yeah.
Okay. So you have chosen 4. This is your topic. Okay. So it says if you could change one rule in cricket, what would that be and why?
So you just want me to answer this, or you want me to elaborate on what all?
Just speak 1 to 2 minutes on
Okay.
what you would like to change. Yeah, over to you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
changing any rule as such in cricket comes to taking a consideration of the viewers like me. Maybe if they want to broadcast the information, if they want to gain more, still more kind of viewers, or to motivate the interest in the viewers, like people like me, literally, who doesn't like have interest at all, at least to have a knowledge about the being a cricket being a very famous game, to have a knowledge, to just a point of gaining the knowledge, they can implement some aspects like having this circulating the informations via it maybe any social media, or maybe any of the news channels, like a brief introduction, to have some kind of highlights, wherein any viewer can understand like where exactly, even sometimes I don't even get to know where the matches are going on. For example, only when broad viewers or any of my teammates says like this match happened. Literally, there was one post happened in WhatsApp wherein they posted something like with RCB team photo with some heart symbol. Then I understood maybe RCB has won it. But it was a misconception. Again, I got to know when I checked with my team members, they just updated saying like, no, they have not won, they have lost it, but the craze is so much, the people are okay to accept whether they won the match or they lose it. So in that context, see, me being so poor in this understanding the match, I mean, not poor, I don't have interest at all. So being disinterested, I find it having the misconception of the whatever the post, even the post that I get to see. And so, yeah, maybe some brief introduction wherein what has literally happened, whether they have won or they have not won. If some circulations or kind of some post that comes up, like literally gives a very informative information, proper information, I can say. Maybe that thing, maybe someone in same like Nirav Modi, sorry, not Nirav, what's it? again, yeah, Lalit Modi, sorry. People like them can take that point of step. Thank you. Thanks for giving the platform.
Thank you. Thank you so much for giving the perspective from somebody who's not interested in cricket. That was very interesting. We could actually see your frustration sometimes, like, okay, for God's sake, please give us some information. That was really, really fun. Thank you so much, Meenakshi. Can we go and have the next volunteer? Let's see if somebody is interested now and want to volunteer themselves. Anyone would like to go next?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I see a yes and a raise hand. So who was the one who said yes? I'm sorry. I can't see.
Suryanarayan, yeah.
Suryanarayan, is it? Okay, okay, perfect. So thank you, Suryanarayan, for that. Can you choose a number between 1 and 10?
2.
Sorry?
2, sir.
2. Yeah, okay, perfect. So your topic is this. If you could organize a charity cricket match, what cause would you support and why? Over to you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So first of all, I want to talk about motivation. Starts with a training pitch. Also, when a player arrives for one your training sessions, they should feel a surgery of imports hits from of them. You can rouse the emotions in your players by creating a positive environment and also around your training facilities. Also take a look around. Dodge environment inspires also confidence players that they can have a turn of and also give their all around contribute to the clubs and uh, also that heading in the right direction. So you can make you can make also small improvements on your teams also by investing some money in the new equipments or espousing your vouch. Uh, mm, Give your clubs with a with uh, some fresh aesthetics and also bear to the positively things the second your squad arrives also. Similarly, you do your coach promote that positively when interacting with your teams positively in coaching in a much more effective methods of success. More effective method of success being a authorization and a hierarchical coach which does not connect to their team. Also, now if we touched on the importance of the communication compatible with our individuals social scenarios, communications with all team in sportsing with the scenarios in just as a important to improving motivations and needs to consider the to way of state by achieving their goals and success. That's all. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Suryanarayan. Let me note down the timings first. Thank you so much for taking the opportunity and participating. Just to let you know, so it's absolutely okay. You can talk about whatever you feel like talking. So it was nice to hear on what are the improvements you would like to bring into the game. Just to give you a quick understanding. So what we meant by this question was, if you would like to organize a charity cricket match, what cause you will support it. For example, I would say that I want to help the blind people. So I want to organize a charity match, and whatever the amount I'm going to get, I would like to donate it to a blind camp or something like that. But that it doesn't matter. That's the fun thing about Toastmasters. You can actually speak on whatever that comes to your mind as well. Thank you. Thank you so much, Narayan. And I think Rajan wanted to go, right? You had lifted your hand, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Yes.
So Rajan, can you choose a number between 1 and 10?
Number 7.
Number 7. All right. Here you go. I hope you can see the screen. This is your topic. If you were a cricketer, what type of player would you be? Like a batsman, bowler, or an all-rounder? And why? Over to you.
That's actually a very difficult question, but let me think. I'm also not too much into cricket. Just like Navinakshi, I don't follow cricket and not interested at all.
Somewhat
But
relieved, at least people like me do exist, because I don't think many, especially boys, so on one or the other way, they'll be very much interested. They don't have these follow-ups. Not only just follow-up, they are like just mad in watching the cricket, whether in stadiums or in TV, 24/7, they are into it. Yeah, thanks you.
yeah, so okay, if I were a cricketer, I would probably want to be all-rounder because uh, I'm someone who is very curious in everything. For example, if I come into a field, I would also like to want to taste something of a different part. For example, if I'm a software engineer right now, so right now I'm working in operating system. So probably I would also want to work in some other facets, some AI, and I also do actually. So maybe if I were a cricketer, I would also I want to be an all-rounder so that I could get that how to see a different aspect of cricketer. Maybe batsmen have a different way. Uh, like in here in Toastmasters as well, I try to switch on between different. We also do. Always do taking different roles. Sometimes timers, sometimes Toastmaster of the day, and other things. Maybe that will help me understand that what my actual inclination is. So unless you try something, then you won't know your inclination. So yeah. So being an all-rounder, I would be able to know everything, a different aspect of cricketer, or maybe further in my career, I would probably be the uh, coach of the team, and then I would know that how to coach a bowler, how to coach a batsman, and so maybe I will think about the future and uh, become a all-rounder, or maybe for a short period of my career, maybe like that. But yeah, that would definitely be. So that's all.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So another perspective as well we received from a non-cricketing fan, and it was nice how you put across that you want to try different things and brought an aspect of Toastmasters to it as well. Kudos for that. Thank you. And I think Vicky, I was seeing a raise hand from Vicky. Would you like to give it a shot? Do I have?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Perfect. So can you choose a number between 1 to
Yeah,
10?
one,
One.
one,
Okay.
sir.
Great. Yeah. Great. So I hope you can see the screen. Your
Yeah.
topic is, if you could attend a cricket match with anyone, living or dead, who would it be and why? Thank you. Over to you, Vicky.
I loved Mahendra Dhoni, Mahi. So I could attend a cricket match with him. And the reason is I'm from Jharkhand and he is also from Jharkhand. So I love him. That's why I would like to play cricket with him.
Yeah, you
Because
can.
he
You
is,
can.
yeah, okay. Because we all know that Dhoni is a uh, best cricketer ever because he is a cool person also. And if we see in cricket field or in a normal day life, he is also the same person as he looks in normal life or in the cricket field. He's a good man instead of a player. He's a very kind person. So, and we all know that he's always been cool mood. If he's being to he's losing the match or just but he's not taking any worry about losing any game or something. He's always be a cool person. So that's the reason I would like to play with him. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vicky. That was a great attempt. And I think a very good choice, if you ask me as well, because I am a Dhoni fan myself. Most of the
Yeah.
cricket memories, amazing memories, even if I think back after long years, would be those World Cup win when he hit that helicopter shot, or there was a match where he ran and then he dived to the wicket instead of throwing it. It requires a lot of presence of mind. So I feel he's very brilliant that way.
Yeah.
And of course, with such fame, he still kept his cool. Not easy. So yeah, great. Thank you, Vicky. And
Yeah.
I see a raise hand from Digvijay. So before moving to Digvijay, a quick question to Gaurav. Maybe one more we can have, and then we have to move on as per timings, or can we have a check on that?
Yeah, I think we are good with the timing, so we can have few more. Then we
Few
can
more. Okay,
conclude this.
okay, perfect. Just wanted to check that. Perfect. So Digvijay, I see your raise hand. So would you like to choose a number between 1 to 10?
Yeah, 3.
3. Okay, perfect. So this is your topic 3. If you could design a new cricket format, what would it look like and how it would differ from existing formats? What do you think, Sachin?
Okay. So, like, if I get opportunity to design a new cricket format, I will like look upon two important factors. One is the like how it caters to the audience excitement and how the game is going to be improved with the new format. So looking at that, like if you see like in today's format, like test match is the one where like the batsman or the bowler is ability is really tested. So like the test match should be there, and as well as if you see the 2020 format, there the excitement and that stuff like the bowlers are keep on hitting for the sixes and like we all get elated and see like how like mercilessly like they are beaten up. So combination of both, like as I was reading like somewhere like I think 2 or 3 months back, like Sachin Tendulkar pointed out, like there should be a format, 40 over format, like there should be a multi-inning format in a kind of a one-day format. Like the first 20 overs is the first inning, then the another team comes up for the next 20 overs, and the first team again comes for the 20 overs, and then the second team will come for the 20 overs. So it is a kind of a combination of a T20 plus test match in a, you can say, in a one-day window with 4 innings. So I would go really like that design, and I also like want to implement a similar kind of a thing if I have to design a new cricket format. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Digvijay. Very well put. Even I would like to agree to your point of view because when it comes to cricket, as time goes by, because of dew, that factor comes into picture, and there are certain other factors like light and things like that. So that's why toss comes as an important factor in cricket. So this way, if we keep 20 team switching over, then not a particular team have too much of a disadvantage of dew or lack of light. Perfect. Thank you so much, Digvijay. I see Calvin's hand raised. So Calvin, would you like to go next?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. So I can see the options available are for you 5, 8, 9, and 10.
Okay, I'll go with the 10th one.
10th one. All right. This is your option. What innovations or technological advances do you think will shape the future of cricket? And how can we prepare for these changes? Over to you, Kevin.
Thank you so much, Sharath. Actually, one of the greatest innovations or advancements that I've seen in cricket is when, like the bowler bowls, and in case if the ball has nicked the cricket bat. So we use that ultra edge, where they check if there was any sound when the ball just passes the bat. So that is incredible because over the past over the past so many years, we have seen first it started with just the umpire deciding on his, uh, sense of hearing if he felt something was there. Then it went on to hotspot, and then finally now ultra edge. And I'm pretty sure in future also, uh, we human beings are not, tired of surprising everyone about what we can do. So in terms of advancements in technology, I feel so far we have actually reached like a great way, like from where we were. So it's really hard to think about what we can do. But mostly it's something to do with things that we are not able to understand. For example, now if you play, or if you're one of the audience in Chinnaswamy Stadium, Bangalore, the one of the most loudest stadiums, you will not be able to hear anything on the field. So maybe something that could help umpires to pick something from there, or even players for that sort, because it is very challenging to progress, and then the rate also comes down, like that slow over rate happens because they keep getting confused if something has happened or if there's a nick or something. So I think in terms of technology, I think it's something to do with the sound that probably will play a role in the future. And again, this Narendra Modi Stadium also is like huge, where almost 1 lakh plus people are going to be seated. So there's always going to be energy and enthusiasm when people are going to be watching the cricket match. So that's one thing that I'll want to talk about. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Calvin, for that. Even I cannot agree more. I have also experienced Chinnaswamy Stadium maybe a year or 2 year back for IPL matches. It's so loud, you can't hear anything. So yes, I'll try, and such technologies was very much needed. And then yes, even I would like if there is a way, if the noise is too much, to phase out the noise, right? So that the umpires and players do not hear when it is too noisy. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Your time. All right. Can we have the next volunteer? Good to see people volunteering themselves. You can either unmute and say, or we can just use the.
We'll have the last one, and then we will.
Yeah. So this is going to be the last one. So who would like to go for the last one? Anand, would you like to give it a shot?
I don't have any idea about the cricket. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. You don't have to know anything about cricket. We had a Nalinakshi talk so well. Can we try?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So the options available for you are 5, 8, and 9.
5.
5. All right. Number 5 coming up for you is, if you could play cricket with any historical figure, who would it be and why? Over to you, Anand.
Current players itself, I don't know the names.
No. It can be any historical figure, like Mahatma Gandhi, Hitler.
Historical figure?
Yes, historical figure. Stalin, any.
Maybe Subhash Chandra Bose.
Yeah. Why?
Because he was he fought very much for getting the freedom, but he didn't get that much fame as much as other freedom fighters got because of politics. So I wanted to play with him and make him famous again with the cricket also. That's it.
All right. Thank you for the very short and sweet table topic segment, Anand. Nice to see another new perspective altogether to make him famous again. Thank you so much. So I hope all of you enjoyed the table topic segment. That's all from this section. So I would like to now pass the baton back to Toastmaster Rajan to take it forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sharad. It was really nice knowing about the IPL. And by searching the internet, I found one slang about cricket. So anybody know about the duck or the golden duck in cricket? So who's the golden duck today?
Today.
So
Who
I thought it
is
was
going to win the match, or
like who couldn't do who didn't speak today, or maybe he came today and could not speak, kind of thing, maybe.
yeah. So I didn't participate in the TT, na?
Yeah, but you still had one speech. So
Yeah.
I heard a lot of slangs today. Now I know about like I have read about slangs. Now I can hear slangs in the in everybody's words. Now people are saying lots of gonna having today and other things. So now I catch those in the speeches as well. Now this section. Before continuing to the evaluation section, let me tell you some things about slangs that you can use it. For example, that we also, like me, I think I have used, and yesterday, I think maybe it was in the town hall, it was also used. So the slangs can be potentially used in a professional environment. For example, in a icebreaker, using a bit of slang can help break the ice, like create some relaxed atmosphere for a business meeting and presentation, those kind of thing. You can start off a humorous comment, a catchy phrase, something that includes a slang term to lighten the mood, and that's one way. Some in professionally, like in some industries also, like there are some terms, some jargons are kind of slangs that people use. Maybe in cricket they will have some that I don't know. In software we have code fat gaya. Those kind of terms are there that we very commonly use. Uh, in group communications we use in workplaces, maybe these things. And depending on for example, if we have a kind of a language community, we can use terms in that as well. For example, not I don't have a proper example for this one, but maybe in a specific language community you have it. Maybe in office as well, you can use that. So these are some of the ways people can use slangs, and hope you get the importance and maybe some potential use cases for yourself about the slangs, and you start using it. You also like you start using it. No, you already use it, but now you know how uh, how well or how you are using it. Now coming to the panel section of the our today's agenda, evaluations. Now I think we do not have a grammarian today. Okay.
So Rajan, we do not have the tag team today. Sharath is the timer, so he will share his report now.
Yeah. Over to you, Sharath, for the timer's report.
Sure. Thank you so much. So I have just noted down quickly here in a notepad. So let me just share my screen. Share screen two. Please do let me know once you can see my screen with the timings.
It's visible.
The notepad is visible, right? Okay. So again, to reiterate here, for the speaker, it is actually 5 to 7 minutes with the plus or minus 30 seconds. For evaluator, it is 2 to 3 minutes, again with the plus or minus 30 seconds. Whereas when it comes to table topics, the important fact is you need to speak at least for 1 minute, and then plus 30 seconds is okay after 2 minutes. So keeping that in mind, quickly going through the timings. So Gaurav as a speaker, 7 minutes 38 seconds, slightly over time. Chitra as an evaluator, 3 minutes 25 seconds, again slightly over time. Table topic 1, Avinash, 2 minutes 28. So with the plus 30, it's okay. Nalnakshi, table topic 2, 2 minutes 38, slightly over time. Surya Narayan, table topic 3, 2 minutes 14 seconds, and then it's fine. Rajan, table topic 4, 2 minutes 3 seconds, again with the plus 30, fine. Table topic 5, Vicky, 1 minute 24 seconds, perfect timing. Digvijay, table topic 6, 1 minute 34, again very good within range. Calvin, table topic 7, 2 minutes 5 seconds, again with the plus 30 seconds, we are okay. Anand, table topic 8 was only 30 seconds. As I said, for table topics, there's a minimum criteria of 1 minute. So next time we can try to speak more. That's from the timer report. Thank you so much, and back to you, Rajan.
Thank you so much for the timer's report. So now moving on to the final section, feedback and voting. So feedback links, voting links are already there in the chat. So everyone can please use the feedback link, the voting link for your votes, and then we will move on to the award ceremony. So meanwhile, everyone is doing voting.
Yeah, Rajan, one announcement. So the feedback link will be shared today evening by Harshita over the email. Okay. So we are sharing only voting link in the session.
Okay, Gaurav, thank you. So meanwhile, everybody, anyone want to share your favorite slangs or anything that you use, please do share.
So
If
I
any,
just want to share one more thing. So I think if you were planning for this session, you would have watched one of the IPL match. After every six or after every wicket, they will mention something on that screen. So
oh,
definitely would have find many slangs or some keywords from there. So I think
okay.
tonight you can watch a match and just enjoy that.
So that's actually a perfect example of using slangs in a like every day, like in advertising. As I mentioned, in everyday advertising, it's very popular to use slangs, and I have like so many. I have like if you listen to a speech of Barack Obama, Narendra Modi, anybody, slangs are one of the very like it's actually informal words used in a formal setting kind of thing. So it's a very useful part of language to be
I think
explored.
many words like those are like we are so used to of that we think like this that is an actual English word that I
Yeah,
observed
correct.
with many words.
Yeah, correct.
So yeah,
I hope so. I have voted. I hope so. Voting
I
is
received
there.
5 votes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There are
we have
9
9
participants.
participants. Yeah. 4 more. If any issues, please let us know. Or please vote. So meanwhile, while we are voting, all the people who have joined newly, any guests do we have other than the new joiners? So anyone would like to share their experience if they are joining them for the first time?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Actually, I'm new here, so I just want to know about this Radisys SoundBytes Toastmaster Club, sir. So, can you just elaborate this?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for asking. So, Radisys SoundBytes Toastmasters Club is a sponsored club by the company, and we have been active since almost 4 years, I believe, from now. And we meet
5 years.
5 years. Sorry, thanks for correcting. And we meet we used to keep changing the format slightly. So until recently, we used to meet every second Wednesday and fourth Wednesdays of a month. So last month we had to push some sessions out. That's why we kept one. We are keeping more, but we meet at least twice a month. Okay.
Yeah.
And then in our Toastmasters format, standard format will be we will have a speech segment where so speeches can be given only by the sponsored paid members. They can give the speeches,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
table topic segment is where any guest, anybody, like you would have seen the poster that come out from our BPPR, Aishwarya and Yamar as well, that there's this session happening, please come and join us. So any guest, they can join the impromptu segment, that's the table topic segment. So today we had on cricket. So different days, it will be different flavor altogether for table topics. That's where you can improve your impromptu speaking. And then towards the end, we will have evaluations where the evaluator will mention about where you can improve, what could be better, and things like that. So some days, because of non-availability of members, we'll have lesser people. So today we did not have a general evaluator. So if a general evaluator was there, that person would have spoken even from the table topics perspective as well. Like who did better or what would have been better and things like that. So basically, it's a huge learning opportunity. Thank you for joining. And then if you are interested in continuing to be part of Toastmasters Club, what you can do is you can inform Toastmaster Vikas, who is currently handling the role of VP membership as well. So he will add you to a Toastmaster interest group, where the calendar invites and other invites other than Yammer also will be sent to the interest group. Later, when the person keeps joining, they're very interested, they're participating, then we will promote them to be a paid member. So I hope you have slightly some idea about what this one is about. So mainly, basically, to improve your confidence in public speaking, your ability for impromptu speaking, and communication in general itself. And we all learn from each other. Nobody are experts here. We all learn from each other. So very constructive feedbacks you will receive that you can improvise on yourself. So thank
Yeah.
you. Okay.
Thank you.
So
I
now
have
the
received
votes. Yeah.
eight votes. So if anyone facing issue, please let us know. Else
Yeah.
we'll conclude with the 8 votes.
Yeah, sure. So maybe we'll give it another 10 seconds. Whoever is yet to vote, please use the voting link in the chat and submit your votes. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So we have received 8 votes. I'm closing the voting link now to conclude the result.
Sure.
Received them. I have downloaded the results. Let me just share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, Gaurav, it's visible now.
So the first award is Best Table Topic Award, and this award goes to Digvijay Singh. So very well done, Digvijay. You gave us a new perspective of what kind of rule can be, what kind of format we can have in cricket. So I think everyone liked that. The next award is for Best Role Player, and this award goes to Toastmaster Sharad for playing the role of Table Topic Master. The next award is for Best Auxiliary Role Player, and this award goes to Toastmaster Sharad for playing the role of Timer. And there is a tie for this role. Another award goes to Toastmaster Gaurav. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. So with this, we conclude our today's meeting. It was a very nice session where we had a speech, we had our induction ceremony, and a lot of volunteers were there for the table topics. So this is first time I have seen a lot of hand raised for the table topics. I like the energy, the way everyone participated, and I hope the same thing will continue in our future sessions. So thank you everyone for joining the session. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.